For some reason, I've been thinking about DMX a lot recently. I don't know if it's just his music and what it did to me whenever, I listened to him growing up, but especially the song Slippin'. I don't know why. It just really, it got to me recently. I've been listening to a lot of DMX. I remember listening to it with my brother in his car. And I just been thinking about him a lot recently and how well he was able to articulate himself in songs and how well he was able to tell stories. I don't really know why I started off with that, but I don't know. DMX has been on my mind a lot recently. I think he's one of the legends we lost, and he didn't really get appreciated. I remember whenever he was going through a lot of things, people called him a crackhead, people called him this, people called him that. And that's a problem because the thing is, man, we don't appreciate people till they pass away, and I think that's a big problem because people deserve their flowers, people deserve their love whenever they're here, not when they're gone. And I always loved DMX. I remember people calling him a crackhead. I remember him going on the Charlamagne the God Show, Breakfast Club, and I just remember seeing the comments and everybody was talking about how he was a crackhead. But DMX is one of my favorite artists of all time. I'm not talking about rappers. I'm not talking about singers. I'm not talking about R&B. I'm not talking about pop. I'm talking about all time. He's one of my favorites. I know I never mentioned that in the last podcast, and I should have because DMX is one of the greatest. Shout out to DMX. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, man. I think we got like 3,500 views so far on the first 5 or 6 episodes. I don't know what episode we're on right now, but we got a good amount of views, man, and it's not that I care, about that. It's just the fact that so many people have listened and viewed, just me talking. You know what I mean? It's not like it's a video either. I haven't even done that yet. But the fact that everybody is watching me or listening to me is crazy, man. That many people, 3,500 views, that's crazy. And obviously it's not 3,500 people, but the fact that people wake up and maybe I'm the first thing they hear, or I'm the last thing they hear before they go to bed, or if they're driving home, that's dope, man. I was thinking about this podcast, and I was like, where do I want to go with this one? Especially after the Sean Brooks podcast, I got a little too faded on that one, and I don't think I could even talk by the end of it. But what's been on my mind a lot is just my entire life I've been told to be humble. And I've always been confused by that. Because who said we have to be humble? Why do we have to be humble? Why is that like a positive trait in a person? Why can't we have our cake and eat it too is really the problem with me. Like, why if I ball out and do something good for myself, why can't I like that? Why can't I boast about that? Why is that a bad thing? And that's why a lot of people, like let's say Conor McGregor, Baker Mayfield, John Jones, a lot of people don't like these folks because of the fact whenever they win, they let people know about it. And they're very confident in their words. And they tell you what's going to happen as this win comes to fruition. A lot of people call them cocky. A lot of people call them, just not humble. And why is humble a positive trait? And you can always leave a Q&A if you want. Leave a comment you can on this. But I've been racking my brain on why people think humble is such a good thing. Like, why? Why do I have to be humble? Why can't I, if I'm doing something good, why can't I speak about it? Why do I have to wait on somebody else to speak about it? And then I have to be like, oh, no, no, I'm not doing that great. It's not that cool. Why do I have to be that way? And why is that a positive characteristic? I don't like it. If I'm doing well, why can't I appreciate myself? I don't understand. I don't understand at all. I wake up every morning. I go to my job. I do my best. And if I make something big happen, I feel like I should be able to talk about that without people like, oh, you're cocky. No, I'm not cocky. I'm confident in my fucking self. You know what I mean? Anybody listen to this and you feel like you can't be happy about what you're doing, or you can't be confident about what you're doing, or people have problems whenever you speak about what you're doing, man, I don't care. Whatever you're doing, do the best at it. And I've spoken this multiple times on this podcast. Whatever you're doing, be the best at it. And brag about it, please, man. That's dope. If you make the most burgers at Burger King, brag about it. If you weld the best and you think you're the best welder, weld the best and brag about it. Brag about it to the people who can relate. If you sell cars like me, and you sell a lot of cars, or you make a lot of money on each car, but you don't sell a lot because you're more gross than you are in numbers, brag about it, man. No matter what you do, you're allowed to be happy about what you do and what you accomplish in life. In this world, we're solely not allowed to be happy about what we do because of what someone else may think. And being honest, I don't give a damn what none of y'all think. I don't. I made this podcast to help people. And really, in all reality, I made this podcast to help people. Because I go through a lot of mental issues myself. And I feel like there's other people, other men out there who can relate. And it helps them, right? Especially seeing someone like me. I'm a known figure in the Augusta area. Obviously, I moved to Athens. But the fact that I can talk about it confidently and say, hey, I'm not okay all the time. I struggle with depression. I struggle with anxiety. But guess what? If I can go through it and get out on the other side, so can you. That should be something we could boast about. That's just something we as a people can be confident about. And just talk, man. This whole humble thing is just, it gets on my nerves. You got to be humble because you don't want to hurt the next person's feelings. I can give a damn about the next person's feelings. I don't give a damn. If you're not doing as good as I am, or I'm not doing as good as you are, get your ass up and grind, man. Work hard for what you're doing. Right? I got 2 brothers right now building houses. Shout out to them. Luke and Taylor, y'all both, I think y'all both building houses or going to build houses. Justin, actually, I got 3. Justin's building a house too. And why I bring this up is they're accomplishing something that I'm not doing. But guess what? I ain't jealous of that. And if they wanted to be confident about it, they wanted to be cocky about it, all right to them. And I won't. The problem is whenever someone's not humble and confident about what they do, people get jealous and envious instead of respecting what they're able to accomplish. Because people are jealous of other people's achievements. And that's wrong. People should allow to be able to be vocal about how well they're doing, and someone else not get their feelings hurt, and or, get jealous about it. And shout out to my brothers, Justin, and Luke, Taylor, all building houses. I think Daryl just got into a house, he's remodeling. Shout out to all of y'all. That's sick, man. That's dope. I'm living in an apartment. Y'all dope for that shit. Y'all dope. But what I'm saying is the problem is most people who, let's say some in my position, would be jealous or, envious of them. And hell no. I got another place to go party with. I got another place to go hang out at. Watch TV, watch the game, man. UFC, boxing, whatever I'm watching, I can go over there and visit. I have another position to go visit. And that's dope to me. But other people would probably be jealous, man. Jealousy, man. Jealousy is a problem. That's why whenever people get big and they do successful things, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, people are like, oh no, like this isn't okay. This is not okay. They shouldn't have this much money. Well, they probably worked their ass off to get that money. They did. What are you doing to make more money? What are you doing to be successful in your mind? Because obviously, success is subjective. It's different with each person. But their success, if you're comparing to them, they have a lot of it. What are you doing to be better? And what excuses are you making to keep you down? That's the big question. I'm just tired of this constant, you have to be humble to be, good. Why is that a positive trait? I don't understand. Why is that a positive trait to be humble? Why can't I have my cake and eat it too? Why I gotta give you my cake? No, pause. You know what I meant. Pause. Anyways, but why can't I have my cake and eat it too? Why do I have to share? Why do I have to hold back and act like I'm not the shit? You know what I mean? Like, why can't I be the shit without you getting your feelings hurt? And I've been humble my entire life. My entire life I've been humble. Or tried to be, Because I always told, being cocky, being confident, or overconfident, let me correct that, isn't the best thing to be. But I'm tired of it. Absolutely tired of it. I'm 23 years old. I work at Mercedes-Benz. I drive around in the Audi. I got a 2-bedroom apartment. I got a dog named Snoop. That's my dog. Yeah, his name is Snoop. SNOOPDOGG. Snoop Dogg Youngblood. That's my boy. He's a rescue. That's my boy. Half American Bulldog, half Pit Bull. But I'm allowed to be confident with what I have. I'm allowed to be happy with what I have, and I'm allowed to brag about it without someone else's pansy ass being like, oh, you can't say that. You can't do that. Being happy about what you achieved, that can't be allowed. Yes, it can. You don't control me. I'm Jacob Cole Youngblood. I'm J Money Pablo, Young Pablo, J Cole, whatever you want to call me. This is this podcast is me telling you that I don't care what you think, and I'm gonna be who I want to be no matter what you think. That's who I am. I've always been that way. I've been trying to cloud who I am for a very long time for the sake of other people's feelings and how, I'm done with it. I'm done, questioning myself because of other people. I'm done questioning myself because of other people's feelings and because I don't want to hurt feelings, because I don't want to, mess up relationships. It don't matter. I'm Jacob Cole Youngblood. I don't care about your feelings. I'm allowed to be happy with what I have. I'm allowed to be happy with what I do. I'm allowed to be happy with what I'm able to do and my future goals without you getting your feelings hurt. And if you get your feelings hurt, I don't care. That's what people need to understand. I don't care. I'm shameless. Whatever I do, I did for a purpose. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to stand up to it. But at the same time, if I do something badass, if I do something good, if I do something that makes me proud, I'm going to speak about it. Because that's me. And like I said, you don't live very long in this life. As I grow up, I realize that more and more with the people I see die, people I get sick. Well, I'm gonna take my flowers out the garden and I'm gonna parade around because I deserve that. I deserve that, especially in 2024. I deserve that. I made it through COVID. I made it through 2012. I made it through, all this other stuff. I made it, bro. I'm gonna have my cake and eat it too because that's what I deserve. And if anybody has a problem with that, that's your damn problem. It's not mine. Because I look in the mirror every day, and I'm just going to open up real quick. I look in the mirror every day, and I try to be better. But I wake up, depressed, or anxious, whatever it may be. Because anxiety and depression is a bitch, man. It is. It is. And if you're dealing with that, I completely relate to you, man, because I deal with it. It's hard. You wake up every morning and you don't know what to do, what's going to happen today. And if you're depressed, it's that cloud that covers you and follows you everywhere. And you can be laughing in a room full of people and still feel alone. And on the other side, you got anxiety. You wake up and you can't breathe. You wake up and your chest feels like an elephant sitting on it. You wake up, you go somewhere, and a group of people or a big group of people causes a panic attack, causes lack of breathing, man, lack of breath. Unless you're not alone, man. You're not. When it comes to depression, I've dealt with it. I mean, from the age of 14 until now, I've dealt with it. Whenever you go through something such as a death or a loss or whatever it may be, I mean, you're going to have issues. And exactly what it feels like is just a cloud over your head and it's raining. But you have to keep that smiley mask on no matter what, because you can't let people know, especially as a man, that you're sad, you're upset, you're depressed. You can't let them know that. And what I failed at was letting people know. That way I could talk it through. And I have a great story, man. When my grandma passed away, my brother Daryl was there for me every day. He texted me. He stayed in my phone. He stayed in my face. He stayed everywhere, man. And that's the type of people you need in your life. Because if you don't, you may drown. And it's hard to be there alone. And it's hard to realize how to handle these feelings and how to navigate these emotions. Because life doesn't teach you that. People don't teach you that. It's not something that is taught. You don't get taught how to deal with feelings. You don't get taught how to deal with depression and anxiety. You don't. All they want to do is medicate you. That way they can, boil down the problem, but they're not really solving it. And to solve the problem, how to solve the problem is simply a couple things that I've realized, right? Obviously, I have my medicine. Medicine helps. It does. It's not 100% effective, but it does help. Another thing is exercise. If you're not getting exercise, you need to start today immediately. Whether it's just walking around your yard, doing some weights, whatever it may be. Maybe you like to run. You want to have a goal is really the thing. If you want to run a half marathon, you want to run a 5K, whatever you want to do it. Set a goal. Because once you have that goal and you're motivated to that goal, you'll continuously try to get better if you're a competitive person. Another thing is listening to music has helped me a lot. A ton. Listen to music, whatever your taste may be. I listen to a lot of R&B. People like Frank Ocean, The Weeknd. A lot of oldies, Al Green, Frank Sinatra, Aretha Franklin. Louis Armstrong, people like that. Something that soothes your brain and gets it into a state of just relaxation. Whether it be, when you're at work, whether you're at home, before or after dinner, before you go to sleep, when you wake up, stuff like that is a very big thing. It's huge, man. But what people don't understand, for me, is that it can't be turned on and turned off. This is not something that people do to get attention or anything like that. It can't be turned on and turned off. It can't be controlled. And I think that's what a lot of people who don't deal with it don't understand, is that it's not something you can turn on and turn off. It's hard to deal with every day, and you wake up with it every morning. But you find ways, you find people that bring you out of that and make life worth living. It really is the truth. And a lot of people deal with that, and a lot of people don't speak up about it because they're embarrassed about it. Especially we as men, they don't want to speak up about it because you'll look weak. That's the truth. Anybody want to argue, you can hit me up. That's the truth. It is. Whenever you have mental issues as a man, it's just like, grow up. Get the dirt off your shoulders. Just grow up. Be a man. That's what you hear. You don't hear nothing else but be a man. That's it. And that's sad because we need support too. And we don't really get it like we should. And I don't know, man. I feel like men like me, men around in general, don't get the support they need because of the fact that people look at them as weak. And it's sick. It's absolutely sick. We deserve just as much, love and attention as anybody else. We don't, man. We don't. And I know other men deal with this. I know there's problems with other men who don't seem like they get the help and attention they need to be successful or simply, get through each day. But I want to let you know, man, anybody listening to this and needs help, you're not alone, bro. You're never alone. You're not alone ever. Whether you're dealing with a death in the family, you're dealing with anxiety, depression, whatever you're dealing with, you're not alone. There's other men out there that you may look up to that are dealing with it too. You're not alone ever in this life. And sometimes you may be in that pit where you feel like you may be alone. You may not you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to or be around or help out, but it's not true. You have people in your life. You have role models. You have other people who deal with the same things. I want anybody listening to this male, female, doesn't matter the race, doesn't matter sexuality. Whatever your issues are going through, you're never alone in this world. Somebody's feeling it, and somebody's probably maybe feeling it worse. And life is a precious thing, so don't waste it guessing. Find the answers you try to find the best answers. And like I said at the beginning, if you feel good about yourself, don't let nobody hold you down. If you're a confident man, you're a confident woman, don't let nobody hold you down. Because this life, it's a short life. So if you don't feel like being humble today, don't be humble. Wake up and call your best friend and tell him you the shit. Call your ex and tell him you the shit. Call your mama, call your dad. Hey, mom, hey, dad, guess what? What, boy? I'm the shit today. And I may not feel like the shit every day. But today, I looked in the mirror and realized I'm the shit. Alright? You think you the shit? You ain't even a fart. I've been going hard. Yes, that's me. That's how I feel nowadays, right? I look at people, you think you the shit? You ain't even a fart. You ain't even a fart. You want to be, but you ain't. I am. But who do you think you are? I am. I'm not feeling humble right now. I'm not feeling humble no more. And that may change, and that's fine. But I'm not feeling it right now. Maybe it's just the anxiety thing. We go through valleys, we go through mountains, and that's fine. But right now, I feel like the shit. I do. And my shit don't stink. I feel good today. I looked in the mirror and I said, damn, you a good looking boy. You know that? I put my outfit on for work. I said, damn, you good looking, man. That's a good outfit. I put my Prada or I put my YSL on all over my body and I spray it and I'm like, boy, you smell good. Man, I put my dress shoes on and said, damn, the thing's shining, boy. Them things shining. I get to work, I'm like, you the best. I feel like DJ Khaled, because we the best. If I feel like I'm the best today, I'm the best. And nobody can change my mind. Nobody can change my mind. Who gonna humble me? Who gonna humble me? When you at the top of the mountain, ain't nobody top of you. When the king's got his crown on, that shit's shining. When I'm sitting on my throne, I'm the one. I'm the one. And anybody who don't like the way I'm talking, you probably just not confident enough in yourself to understand that you're allowed to be the best or think that you're the best in your mind. Because if you don't, if you admit somebody's better, you admit that's weak sauce, bro. That's weak sauce. Young Pablo, Young Jacob, J Money. That's who I am. I feel like J Money today. I ain't felt like J Money in such a long time. It's been a while since I felt like J Money. I had someone text me, man. It hurt my heart. It's like, where my homeboys? Like, yeah, I ain't seen J Money in a while, bro. Where's Young Pablo at? I ain't even seen Pablo, man. Where Pablo at? I said, I don't know, man. He been missing. Everybody, you need to put him on a milk carton, cause I ain't seen him in a while neither. But J Money's back. J Money's back. For sure, J Money's back. And anybody don't like this message, I don't give a I don't care. I don't care. Do not care. Because I am whatever you want me to be and whatever you say I am. Whatever you say I am because I don't care about your opinion on me. I don't care about what you think about me. Because my life does not revolve around anybody's opinions. It revolves around my opinion of myself. Because the cat that sees himself in the mirror and views himself as a lion is stronger than the lion that views himself as a cat. Let me say that one more time for people in the back. The cat that sees himself as a lion in the mirror is better than the lion that sees himself as a cat in the mirror. And I will always see myself as the lion. If I want to be a king of the jungle, I will. And I'm talking about right now. I'll go out to the safari, whatever I need to do. I'll get on all fours and beat every damn lion, tiger, animal out there. Because that's what I'm feeling right now. Godzilla ain't got shit on me right now. King Kong ain't got shit on me right now. I'm at the top of the mountain. You gonna find me? Come find me. It's called King of the Hill, baby. Come holla at me. And a lot of people, like I said, they going to listen to this and not like the message I'm putting out. But confidence is not a bad trait to have. You're allowed to be confident in this life. And if people shoot you down and people don't like that, that's because they're not confident enough in themselves. But we are. Whoever you are. You wake up in the morning, you smile at yourself in the mirror and say, we going to get it done. You going to get it done today. Because guess what? Waking up like that, whether it's false or not, at least we're waking up with a positive attitude compared to most people who wake up and be like, I got to go to work. Got to take the kid to school. Got to go to that 9 to 5 again. Yeah, I'm a barista at Starbucks, man. I hate it. Bartender downtown. Oh, man, I hate my life. I hate being there till 3 o'clock every morning. If you wake up with a positive attitude, that's the first problem you have to solve today. The first problem you have to solve is just waking up with a positive attitude. And I'm not saying it's easy. I wake up half the time I don't want to get out of bed. But today I woke up on the right side of bed and I woke up and I said, that's the smell of clean. I'm ready to get my shit to go. Man, I'm ready to go. I'm at the top right now. I don't even know why, man. I ain't done nothing. But I just felt like I was at the top today. I felt like I was at the top. So why can't I be? Because people gonna get their feelings hurt? Absolutely not. Like I said, J Money's back, baby. And that may scare some folks, and that's cool. But J Money's back. I'm going to get mines. We're going to get mines. That's for sure. And anybody, like I said, anybody who listens to this who don't agree with the message, I really don't care. I don't. It's free country, baby. Freedom of speech. I'm feeling confident in myself today, and I'm going to let it out. That's what this podcast is for. I do it for fun. I was talking to my brother the other day. If this ever becomes not fun for me, I just won't do it. And I have some beautiful people coming on the podcast with beautiful minds, with just so much intelligence, so much knowledge. It's going to be great, man. This journey has been so therapeutic, so awesome for me. it's awesome. I really do enjoy doing this. This is great. I wouldn't have it any other way. But let me just let y'all know, confidence is not a negative trait to have. It's not. It never will be. You can say what you want. You can say, man, you need to slow it down. You up in the clouds. You need to bring it back down. No, ma'am. No, sir. I can't. I won't. Because I deserve better than that. Why should I mold myself into something I'm not just because you don't want your mold to be broken? Let me say that one more time. Why should I mold myself into something I'm not just so that you won't break your mold or your mold won't be broken? Not going to. It's never going to happen. It feels good to be in this state of mind. It feels good. I haven't felt like this in a while. And a person who deals and battles every day with anxiety and depression, it's a good feeling. I got on this podcast feeling good. Really, really good, man. This is very therapeutic for me. Because a lot of this stuff, if I said out loud to people, oh man, that man crazy. That boy crazy. He talking about DMX. He's crazy. What a crackhead. But no, man. It's just people who differ in thought are automatically called crazy. And that's the coolest thing you could say to me, man. Call me crazy. Hell yeah, I'm crazy. Hell yeah, I'm crazy. If someone calls you crazy, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Whatever it may be. Call me crazy. I don't care. I may be crazy. I might be. But that's okay. The best geniuses in the world, all the geniuses, every single one of them ever created, ever made, ever been in humanity have all been crazy. All of them. So if I'm crazy, I'm in good company. I'm cool with that. If I need to be crazy to be a genius and figure out my path in this life, if I think differently from you or your mama or your auntie or your uncle or your dad or your sister or your brother, that's fine. I don't care. I'm never going to conform with society and be someone I am not. So when someone asks me, oh, you're Republican, Democrat, I'm neither. Absolutely not. The reason being is they divide us by race. They divide us by sexuality. They divide us by sexes. They divide us by so many things just to control us. I won't be controlled. There's only two different things in this world, and they're so smart. So it's classes, man. That's what it is. It's the rich and the poor and the middle class. But they give us so many other options. No, man. It's white versus black. It's gay versus straight. It's women versus men. But it's not. We're all together. There's only one race in this world, and it's a human race. They try to divide us in so many different ways and able to control us. And I'm talking about the government, the U.S. government, Congress, the Supreme Court, and the president. All try to control us via division, via, oh yeah, transgenders versus, just regular cis people, or gays versus straight, or female versus male, right? White versus black. They try to do this to control us. And the fact that nobody understands this and we're still arguing about race is so stupid to me. Are there racist people out there? Absolutely. For sure. I've seen it with my own eyes. There are many prejudiced people, but that is not the biggest issue we're facing now in the world. The biggest issue is the fact that they're trying to control us, trying to silence people with different views, trying to stop us from having conversations, stop us from thinking, trying to confuse us, trying to control our minds, whether it be with new technology or sports or the freaking Kardashians or celebrities or movies or propaganda. They all try to control us via internet and all these other things. They do. This is not a nation united. It's a nation divided, and it's divided by class, not by race or any other category you may put it into. It's solely them and us. They want to control us. They lie to us. They take our money on taxes that they already taxed, and taxed again. To do what? It takes them 30 years to put new gravel and new asphalt onto a road down the street. And you think our tax dollars are doing good for us? You're absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I've seen the same pothole for 20 years. Hasn't changed. They just keep patching it. Where does all this money go? Where are we going? Best thing I can tell, man, communication like this, if you listen to me, I do appreciate you. Whether you agree with me or not, I do appreciate you listening to me. We need conversation. We need understanding. If you don't understand what I'm saying, please go back and try to understand. Understanding versus trying to understand, and not talking to just talk and try to understand is a big thing. And then we need love, man, compassion. Love and compassion. I might not look like you and you may not look like me. We may not believe the same thing or think the same thing, but we are people and we are a human race, and that's the only race in the world. So that's what we need to understand. It's not me versus you. It's us versus the government, and the government wants to take control of us. They do. Tell me where our tax money is going. It's not being used for anything productive. They are all corrupt. For example, Nancy Pelosi is worth millions and millions of dollars, but yet her salary is only $170,000 a year. Insider trading is a bitch, and she's making the money off it. Same with a lot of other congressmen, and that's red or blue. It doesn't matter. If you trust your government, if you trust the government we currently are a part of, you are just as ignorant as the next person. It's not me versus you. It's not us versus them. The government wants to control us, take control, use our money for whatever things they may want. But it's not to help us in any way. So what I'm saying by all this, don't let the problems of the world affect you. Be happy, man. Be happy. Don't let the everyday drama, whether it be of the government or if it's some celebrity BS, or they're not paying your bills. They're not. You're paying for Netflix, watching the Kardashians. They taking money from you. They ain't paying your bills. Be happy. Pharrell Williams, 'cause I'm happy. Just like that. Be happy, man. Be happy. Your life could always be worse. We do live in one of the greatest countries in the world. That is a fact. That is a fact. We live in one of the greatest generations when it comes to scientific and technology, when it comes to life expectancy. We do live in one of the greatest times of all time. The problem is complacency. The problem is that we are too comfortable in this life to where we have to find problems and argue and bicker about stuff that people in third world countries wouldn't even think about arguing about. That's how developed we are. That's how developed we are. But between medicine, technology, science, we live in one of the greatest times of all time, and that's facts. That is absolute facts. I know I went off on a tangent. That's fine. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about politics, but this is an everything podcast. We talk about everything. And like I said, if you don't agree with what I'm saying, I don't care. It doesn't hurt my feelings. Never will hurt my feelings. It doesn't bother me at all. It's not something that bothers me. I just want to put my thoughts out into the universe. Maybe this helps someone. Maybe this changes someone's mind. Maybe that person who was depressed and has a ton of anxiety is able to get help. Therapy is a beautiful thing. If you need therapists or you think you're on the edge, go see a therapist. It's a great thing. Or just talk to somebody. Me and my mom have some deep talk sometimes, and it's very uncomfortable. Me and my mama get along so well. Find you someone like that. Find you someone like that. Just, man, I got off on a tangent on this bastard, but just be happy, man. Don't care about it. We're not divided. We're not divided. We're just somewhat controlled right now, whether it be by your phones, whether it be by a computer, whether it be by social media, drugs, addiction, whatever it may be. You got to find your way out. Everybody, right now, especially coming after the pandemic, everybody's kind of in a hole. And a hole could be many things. That's depression, that's, your budget, that's, debt, whatever it is, school. Find your happiness and run away with it. Find your happiness and run away with it. And I do appreciate everybody who listened to this podcast today. If I offended you, good. Maybe it causes some type of thought process to change in your mind and you actually have a relevant thought and you're just not thinking about what everybody else thinks. And if it hurts your feelings and it doesn't change your mind or doesn't challenge you, I don't care. And if it does hurt your feelings, go eat a snow cone, boy. I don't care. This has been a Jay Youngblood experience. Thank you so much for listening. Peace.